question that nobody can answer. So I've stopped asking it. And it's not that I don't understand things. I understand lots of things. I understand things better than most kids my age. My mom says that thank you. My mom says that I understand things better than she does. But that's probably because she can't read. But also because she's my mom and all of that. But hey, I think it's important to try and understand things for yourself. That's what I think. For example, I think that the world is divided into two. That we live in two worlds. And it's not that one world. So these two worlds are for kids and adults. But it's not that one world is full of toys and colors and short and lisping people and stuff. No, it's more like we live in two different worlds that are made up of two different types of rules. Where there's one set of rules for the kids, and then another set of rules for you adults, but for the very same thing. And it's almost like we are taught about a world that you don't really believe in, you know? Because in school, we're taught that governments are good and policemen look after people and that every child is special and every person is equal. Nothing about my life has been like this. And it was confusing. It was confusing for a long time. Until I decided adults lie. You lie all the time. And once you figure that out, all of this makes sense. My mother, she likes to take me with her when we have to go out and sort out our lives. This generally means a lot of time spent standing in queues and filling out forms and writing out letters and telling our story over and over and over again. My mother never seems to get tired of telling our story. I'm frankly sick of it. But my mother, she knows how to tell our story. She knows the voice, the expression, all of it. It's like clicking a switch. So, tell us your story. Click. It's like that. Man, she's told us stories so many times to so many different people that we know we'll never meet again. She's been asking the same questions that she's been asking for all my life, and that's more than 14 years. But she still asks every single question, every single time, just in case one of them might be answered differently. Whenever we have to go out and sort out our lives, Mama gets me to take this documents file with us. This file is the most important file in the house. And before and after every meeting, she gets me to count the documents in this documents file. There are 63 documents without the photocopies. She always says, if there's a bomb or a fire or a storm or anything, first, pick up the documents file. My mom, she's dead proud of me. I keep winning all sorts of certificates in school. I have certificates for almost every subject that I've studied. This is because studying comes easy to me. I remember there was this one certificate that I did for a speech. I gave a speech on my country. I spoke of this country like I belonged here. My teacher said it was brilliant, but she sounded more sad than proud, and she couldn't really look me in the eye. When I was younger, I used to make my own certificates. This is to certify that XX completed YY on this day, and I would sign it. My mother got certificates for all sorts of things she used to do for us. And my father, he got certificates for smiling and making jokes. This was to encourage him to do this more often. My father's a horrible man. I wish she would leave him. But Mama says our problems would be so much greater if she were on her own. I don't quite see how. Living with him is so difficult. But she says until the laws of countries treat women the same way they treat men, a woman will always have to keep a man by her. These are the kind of grown-up things that I know about. I worry about my younger sister. I love her very much, and I wouldn't change her for anything except that this world is so cruel to girls. She has a very funny understanding of the world. She likes to believe that different countries are different colors. And I think this is because the world map in her classroom, on that the different countries are colored in different colors. And I tried to explain to her this is not really how the world is, but she really believes if from space you look back at Earth, you do see all these colors. And she loves telling people that our father is from a green country and that our mother is from a purple country, where we live, where we were born. She tells everyone that this is our country. My sister is still young. Man. This is one of those places, I think, where kids' rules and adults' rules begin to part. Because we are taught by adults. That we're taught by adults to tell the truth and to be kind and to be responsible. But the truth is that I am a human being. And kindness is to assure my mother that I will always be treated like I am a human being. And responsibility is for you to give me a certificate telling me that I am a human being so that I can stop standing in queues and filling out forms and writing out letters and being shouted at by strangers and being beaten by my dad and just to stop worrying. And to start living, because really, all these problems, they'll stop for us forever. I don't need help with any of our other problems, you know. Any other problem, I can figure out how to fix. I'm not afraid. I have certificates that tell me I can run and play the cello and reason better and count better and remember better and the best in my school and in my grade and in the country. But none of these really matter. When my mother tells our story, she speaks the words, but her heart, it leaves her body. And I watch her. She becomes very, very small and very, very empty. And I realize that my mother's heart leaves when it cannot bear to hold. So what in the world makes it so difficult to admit that I am born? What makes that so difficult? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I asked one of those questions that that I promised myself I'd never ask. Silly me. Sorry.